Fear not, citizen. Justice will be served. You're in good hands.
The defense is wrong.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Hi. Hello. Oh my God. You guys, I've just spent like the last 30 minutes trying to clean off my camera because it's blurry, right? It's just my camera. I need a new one. Hi, Cold. So, hopefully we'll get some more people in here. Hello, everybody. My regulars, my mods, lurkers, and haters, everybody's welcome. Thank you. Come in, come in. Today we're going to be going over the crime scene photos and the text messages. Now, look, I thought I was going to be cute and read y'all those text messages because I downloaded them. And then I was like, you know what would be even better? I'm going to bring someone up here and go back and forth reading these for you guys. No, we ain't doing all that because there's 3,000, over 3,000, okay? 3,000 messages. Ain't nobody got time for that. So we're going to let the lovely officer and the lovely detective lady go back and forth and read them for us. Hi, Judy. Good to see you. Thank you for being here. What was I going to say? Oh my God, I had so much to say, and it's been a hectic week. It's been a hectic weekend, stressful week, people acting like children. And then I had food poisoning all weekend. Hey, Simi, good to see you. Food poisoning is terrible. But we got a break in the David case. That was amazing. And I was gonna do the Anna Kepner live yesterday with the update on her stepbrother, but because I was sick, I rescheduled it to next Sunday. So we will get into that, but I think I might turn that into a double feature. So it's going to be half and half. It's going to be half Anna and half Celeste. So we're going to go over both of those. And I am working on both press conferences right now for David, and then also the mass pew-pewing in Louisiana that happened with the 8 children. And before we get into this, I just want to read off because, oh my God, that's so bright. Because the names of the children were released by the coroner. The original news report said that they were between the ages of 1 and 8, I think. Hold on, let me check. Let me check. 10. I think it was 1 and 10. But it's actually 3 and 10. So I would just like to give my condolences to that family or those families, because I believe it was 2 different mothers and all of the children belonged to that father, except for one, I believe. But the children that were identified were, and I hope I say all these names right, Jayla Elkins, who was 3, Shayla Elkins, who was 5, Kayla Pugh, who was 6, Leah Pugh, who was 7, Markadon Pugh, who was 10. I'm saying those wrong. I am so sorry. Ciara Snow, 11. Kadarion Snow, who was 6, and Braylon Snow, who was 5. So, rest in peace to all those babies who lost their lives. Was it yesterday morning? So tragic. The first couple of sources I saw said between 1 and 14. They wanted to get out. Yeah, so quick. So quick. They didn't even bother to fact check. And you know what? That's why I don't rush to get out that breaking news because, look, I don't need to be the first person to get it out. Okay? I'm okay with waiting until we get all the facts, all the news. I'll wait 2 weeks. I don't care. I don't need to be that first person at all. Does not matter to me whatsoever. As long as we're getting correct, solid information out. So, first, I don't have anything else for you guys today. I'm not playing any other videos because I just want to get through these this crime scene photos and text messages. It looks like there's about an hour 45 minutes. I'd rather hear correct information. Yeah, exactly. Than that bullshit right away. Exactly. People are just so, I want to get it. I want to be the first person to get it. I got to be that first creator to get it. Ooh. And I'm just like, okay. Because then you got to go back and retract your statements and correct everything that you said. And it just, whatever. So we've got 9 people in here, it looks like. And I guess I'm going to get first, as always, I'm going to put up this trigger warning because this case is absolutely brutal. It's horrific. Shanda Vander Ark is a monster. Paul Ferguson is a monster. Yeah, you lose credibility too. Like, I don't know who that is. Oh. Are you talking about Banfield? So just trigger warning. And I'm also going to, oops, sorry about that. Also going to start with this like I always do. Okay. You know who I was looking at those pictures. You know who he reminds me of a little bit? Where he's sitting down in that chair camping outside with his glasses. He kind of reminds me of Sebastian Rogers a little bit. Obviously before all this stuff happened to him, but he does. He kind of reminds me of Sebastian Rogers a little bit. So, yes, thank you, Simi. We're going to need some trigger warnings. And if you watch this officer throughout reading these text messages, you could just see how annoyed and angry he gets. And he's just like constantly looking over and he's got snarky face. And you could just tell he's just like, oh my God, this bitch, so, let's go ahead and get this going. And we're going to try to get through, let's see. Let me see how long this is real quick. Okay. Ooh, what did I do? Okay, so it looks like, hey Fashion, good to see you. So it looks like it's about an hour and 50 minutes, so about 2 hours. I think we might be able to take some of that out. So remember to leave your touch DNA on the like button. Hey, yeah, you might get kidnapped. You never know. So we can put you under that CODIS databank and try to get you found, or the NamUs database. Hi Judy. Or wait, did I already say hi to you? Were you already in here? Yeah, you were already in here. I'm losing it today. I'm still not together. So I want to try to get through as much of this as I can. Since I decided to add this into what we were doing, I planned on putting Shanda on the stand today, but since we were talking about the text messages last week, I decided to go ahead and do this. Let's go.
Look him up when he gets in. So, okay. Raise your right hand. In this matter now pending, you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help.
And so this is one of the officers that went through the crime scene, and he's going to be reading the text messages. I'm not sure what his name is. This is my first trial that I'm doing, guys, so bear with me. I will get better at this.
You got?
I do.
All right, put your hand down, grab a seat. Please state your name for the record, spelling your first name and last name.
Lieutenant Joel Hoeksema, Joelhoeksema.
Oh, there you go. There's
Can
his name.
the members of the jury see that okay? Would it help if we dim the lights at all, or?
Dimming the lights a little bit.
Dim the lights a little bit? Can you do that, Mr. Weaver?
There, that's
Is
good.
that better?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, go ahead, Mr. Roberts.
Technology's actually working for them, so it's done as quickly as we can.
Sir, could you state your occupation for the record, please?
I'm a patrol lieutenant with the City of Norton Shores Police Department.
He was sworn in, right?
Yes, he was. I want to make sure, can you see it at the exhibit on the?
Yes, yep, it's working, thank you.
You're welcome.
Lieutenant, I want to direct your attention back to July 6th of 2022. Were you working in your capacity at that time as a detective sergeant for the City of Norton Shores Police Department?
I was.
And as detective sergeant, were you essentially the officer or the detective in charge of this investigation?
I was.
Your role as detective sergeant, is that the head of the other detectives assigned to the Norton Shores Police Department?
Correct.
And since that time, you've been promoted actually to the rank of lieutenant, is that correct?
That's correct.
So again, working back to July 6th of 2022, did you become involved in the investigation into the events that had taken place at 4788 Marshall?
He is. Oh my God. I love this defense attorney. He's so good. And like I've been saying, Shonda's attorney is really good too. Like, he's spicy. And that's why I think it's bullshit that she's saying that she had an incompetent lawyer, because obviously I'm not playing the full trial, but if you go back and watch the full trial, like, he did his best.
Road in the City of Norton Shores, County of Muskegon, State of Michigan.
I did.
And did you actually go to that location?
I did.
All right, we're going to go through some photographs for the jury. For the record, these have already been stipulated to as People's Exhibits 1 through 32. They're sequential. The physical copies for the jury have the exhibit numbers on them. We'll go through them one by one for the officer, so the jury can see them on the monitors. So, we're looking here at what is going to be People's Exhibit number 1. I'm going to lose count at some point with the exhibits. I know I will. But People's Exhibit 1, what are we looking at in that photograph, Lieutenant?
That is the home where the incident occurred.
And People's Exhibit 2?
That is looking at the front door of the home into the home.
And in that...
I'm going to take myself off camera so you guys can see this. Simi, can you put up another trigger warning, because we are about to see something. You're not going to be able to see Timothy, but he is going to be under a sheet inside the home.
And as you can see, 2 sets of stairs, one going up, one going down. That's the bi-level nature of this home, is that correct?
That's correct.
And when you arrived on that scene, did you go both to the upper and lower portions of that home?
I first went to the lower portion, then I did go to the upper portion.
Why did you go to it seems obvious, but why did you go to the lower portion first?
That's where the deceased was located.
Okay. But you did have an occasion to observe both the upstairs and downstairs of that home, is that correct?
Correct.
And is that substantially, some of these photographs are taken on 2 different days, is that correct?
Correct.
Now,
You, Mark.
during the course of this,
Hi.
did you conduct 2 separate searches of that home pursuant to a search warrant?
Yes,
And is that the reason why we have photographs from 2 different days?
that's correct.
But
It's
you
like
have
it's
had an
just-
opportunity to review all those photographs in preparation for trial today, and would you agree that those are a fair and accurate depiction of the home as it appeared to you on both July 6th and was the second search warrant on July 7th?
It was correct.
And that's the condition in which the home appeared at the time so that you were there on July 6th and July 7th?
Yes.
So People's Exhibit number 3, what are we looking at in that photograph?
That's the lower level of the home, what's been referred to as the common area, just a main room in the lower level where the
And-
deceased
Okay, so trigger warning, trigger warning, trigger warning.
was located.
All right, and we can see a sheet here. I know you can't necessarily see what I'm pointing at with the laser pointer, but there's a sheet on the floor on the bottom left-hand portion of that photograph. Is that correct?
Yes.
Is that where the deceased was located when this photograph was taken?
Yes, he is under that sheet.
And what are we looking at in this photograph?
That is the same room, just a different angle. You can still see the deceased underneath that sheet, just showing the general appearance of the room.
And the sheet right here, that's the sheet covering the deceased, and is this after the home is...
Okay, so Judy, yeah, small space. So this is essentially like the downstairs basement area. And you'll hear him say there's 2 other rooms. So this is the main room, and then there's G's room, which is the small, like the little brother, and then there's Paul's room, and then obviously a bathroom and the closet. So the bunk bed is, you can't see where I'm pointing, but the bunk bed is to, I believe, the right. And so what I feel like they did, yeah, he's under the sheet. So what I feel like they did is they placed him there, right? To make it seem like, oh, he fell off the bed. This is what happened. And it's just staged. But we know what happened. He didn't fall off that bed. And Paul Ferguson in his testimony last week told us that. So
searched, or is this the condition it was in when you first observed it?
That is the condition it was in when we first arrived.
And looking on the right side of that, there is what appears to be a bunk bed there. Is that correct?
That is correct.
I think we have another photograph of that, but was it your understanding that was Timothy Ferguson's bed?
That is what we had been told, yes.
And what are we looking at in this image?
That is the upper bunk of that loft bed or bunk bed that we spoke of.
And that's, I believe that's another Norton Shores officer that we can see there with a mask on, and beyond that there's what appears to be another room there. Is that correct?
That is correct.
And the testimony's been thus far that there are 2 bedrooms. There's the common area, a bathroom, and 2 bedrooms, and a small closet in the lower level. Is that correct?
Yes,
And you observed both of those bedrooms?
I did.
And was it your understanding that those bedrooms belonged to one to Paul Ferguson and one to the minor child, G?
That's correct.
And so we're looking at the top bunk and looking towards one of those bedrooms. Is that correct?
That is correct. That would be G's bedroom.
All right, and what are we looking at in this next photograph?
That is the upper level of the home, the kitchen.
And again, looking at this photograph, is this taken prior to any search actually taking place?
No, this was the scene of the home as we found
oh my
it.
God.
So
Hold on. Look at this kitchen, you guys. You can't see me circling it. Oh my God, I wish you could see me circling it. This is before they searched it. Look at how messy that is. That's a mess. Like, what? Jesus. Like, you would think that they went in and just ripped everything apart. But no, this was before.
Items all strewn about are not, you see on television, police officers going in and emptying drawers and throwing stuff around. Did any of that occur prior to this photograph being taken?
No, we don't operate that way. We take care of the property that we're searching.
There's going to be a better view of it, but on the extreme right side of that photograph is what appears to be a refrigerator. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you can see we'll get to it. I believe it's in the next photograph anyway. Here, are we looking at another view of that photograph?
It is another view of that refrigerator.
And
So these are the locks that I was I know you guys are like, stop pausing it, but this is what I do. Sorry. I commentate, we talk about it. So these are the locks that I was talking about. So they're like, they attach and then they've got like this long wire. And they also had them on the cabinets, which I believe have alarms on them. So if you try to open them, the alarm will start going off.
so that's a bottom freezer, so a refrigerator where the refrigerator is on top and the freezer portion is on the bottom, is that correct?
Correct.
And there appears to be a lock on the bottom portion of that, or two locks there actually, but one lock with a front connection point on that freezer, is that correct?
That's correct.
Hello.
And is this the upper portion, the refrigerator portion?
Yes.
All right, and that also appears to be a lock as well with a keyhole, correct?
Yep. Correct.
And is that just a wider shot of, so you can see both the upper and lower portion of that refrigerator?
That's correct.
Judy, yeah, so they had locks on the fridge, on the fridges, the freezer, the cabinets, that there was no access to any of the food. And it wasn't that there wasn't any food, and you'll see that. There's plenty of food. Plenty of food. Hi, Photon. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
There's a door slightly ajar there. Where does that door go to?
Yeah.
That's what's been
The
referred to as the
pantry.
pantry.
And what are we looking at in this photograph?
Another view of the kitchen area. You can see the stairs leading down to the main entrance, as well as a chest freezer.
And there's next to the freezer, it appears to be a coat rack, is that right?
Yes.
And there's a large white tub there. Do you recall what was located in that tub?
I believe it was dog food.
So those are the stairs the stair rail we can see there. Those are the stairs that come up from the front door?
Yes.
And immediately then to your right, as you come up those stairs, is that door to the pantry, correct?
Correct.
And what are we looking at in that image?
That's the chest freezer that we just had looked at with.
Look, where's my gavel? Mark, I've got it, my gavel. Why are there locks on everything? The boy couldn't even move. If you guys saw the video of poor Timothy in the closet, you would know that the poor kid couldn't even get to the kitchen to get the food to begin with. So why are the locks there? I don't know. Make it make sense, please. Make it make sense.
The lock on it, the black lock.
Fuck's sake.
And what are we looking at in this image?
There's a photograph of the
There's the
inside of the
gavel.
refrigerator and portions of the
My
freezer.
gavel.
And by all accounts, it looks like there's quite a healthy amount of food contained in that portion of the refrigerator. Is that?
Look at all that food. Some packed full of food. Now, I don't know how old it is and if it's edible, but look at all that food. All that food. And that's just one of the fridges. She's got a deep freeze too.
Would it be fair to say?
Absolutely.
Condiments on the door, milk on the door, other items, pickles, more mayonnaise, lots of items inside that refrigerator.
Very well stocked.
And is that the freezer drawer portion?
Again,
That is the freezer.
full of food. These people have more food than I do. Shit. I might go grocery shopping at our house. What's the address?
And you can see pizza rolls, some type of frozen mac and cheese, a couple of boxes of frozen mac and cheese, and some type of packaged meat, as well as other items in that freezer, correct?
Yes, many options.
And what are we looking at in this?
That's
photograph?
inside of the chest freezer, showing all the food available in there.
So there's some frozen chicken, there's some desserts in there, there's some bread, all
Yes.
visible in that image.
Correct.
Again, this and the refrigerator and the freezer all had locks on them, correct?
Correct.
And what are we looking at in this image?
That's that closet pantry door that was just to the right of the refrigerator near the stairs, in the inside of the pantry area.
And again, there's more food items in there. There's canned soup, cereal, multiple items inside that location. Is that correct?
That's correct.
I cannot stand this woman. Why did she do that to that boy? She has other children. So in the text messages, you'll realize that Paul is also now psychopathic, yes. But he's also a victim in this too, and you'll see it in the text messages. Because she says, if this ain't done, you're both gonna get it. But she had little G, okay, in the house, and she was saying, make sure that he don't see any of this. She didn't want him seeing any of this. And then she had her other two kids. Why did Timothy get treated this way? Was it because of the things that he struggled with? The mental things that he struggled with? Was it because he wasn't, a normal kid? I don't know. Like, it's heartbreaking to me. Like, I don't get it. Oop, I'm like knocking my laptop all over the place. She should be treated. Oh, I fully agree. And I honestly think that this judge, now, from what I read, he's already partially denied that. Last year she tried to appeal this, and he partially denied it, but said, okay, you know what? We're going to go ahead. Let me see exactly what that was. Hold on. Bum, 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 bum. 'Cause I'm pretty sure. Oh, nope, that's her court records. Court records. Oh, word. If I gotta go through all this, I might not find it. Anyways, I think it was a Gunther hearing, something like that. He was like, you know what? We'll go ahead and do this. I'll hear what you gotta say, but I'm most positive that he's gonna be like, nah, you're exactly where you need to be. That's that. Because this judge did not like her. When he put Timothy's picture up on the thing and gave her the what for, whew.
I think we're back downstairs now, so can you tell the jury what we're looking at in this image?
This is the first search warrant at the home. To the right of the screen, you can see the bunk bed that was designated as the deceased bunk bed, and then the small room door, the closet under the stairs. And
at the very top right portion of that door, can you describe to the jury what we're looking at there?
On the top right of the door is an alarm, which appeared to me to be activated whenever that door would be opened.
We have a close-up of that in the next image. That's the alarm sensor?
Correct.
An alarm on the door? Seriously? This kid was a prisoner. And I know some of us, I think, Cold, you've seen it, Simi, you've seen it. If you've seen the video of him in the closet, you know that he looked like a Holocaust victim. He was a prisoner.
You can see the one sensor part on the door jam and the other sensor part on the door. So when the door is opened, it would trigger.
Now, let's talk for just a moment, because you referenced it just a moment ago. You said that these photographs, specifically, these two exhibits were taken during the execution of the first search warrant at the home. Is that correct?
Correct.
So that was the search warrant that was executed on July 6th, correct?
That is correct.
That's the date that Timothy Ferguson's body was located in the home.
Correct.
And following the conclusion of the execution of the search warrant and all the interviews that were taking place, was Ms. Vander Ark placed in custody at that point in time?
She was not.
Was she free to remain in the home the night of July 6th leading into July 7th?
She was.
Why?
I'll hook him
Hold
up.
on. Oh, shit. I just rewound it. Hold on. Boop, 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 boop. Shite. Ah. Okay, there we go. Why? Why was she allowed to stay there? I don't get it. You see a child on the floor under a sheet. You see locks on a closet. You see locks on a pantry. You see locks on fridges. You see that he weighs what was it, 60 pounds, maybe something like that, less. Come on. You really believe that he went on a hunger strike? You let this woman stay in her home? You didn't arrest her right away? No.
That is correct.
That's the date that Timothy Ferguson's body was located in the home.
Correct.
And following the conclusion of the execution of the search warrant and all the interviews that were taking place, was Ms. Vander Ark placed in custody at that point in time?
She was not.
Was she free to remain in the home the night of July 6th leading into July 7th?
She was.
And what are we looking at in this next photograph?
That is the inside of the small room.
And you referred to it as a small room. Is that, throughout the course of this investigation, did you come to recognize that as being referred to?
Hello, Sherry. Good to see you. Good to see you. Who, I'm crazy? Or Shanda's crazy? Because both could be true, depending on how you look at it. We're different kinds of crazy, though. Good to see you, Sherry. Welcome, welcome. Look at how tiny that closet is. The tarp. I don't even know what that box is. I still haven't figured out what the box is. Does anybody know what that box is? And they said that he had I have the same issue, and I'm drawing a blank right now. I'm telling you, I'm like all out of sorts. Hi. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Just had to make sure. You never know. Sensory processing issues. So if you know anything about sensory processing issues, you know that different textures and things, and it's not all the time, but sometimes your clothes, like if I'm resting my arm on this blanket, it might feel really weird, and it might make me want to like just tear my skin off. Like it's really uncomfortable. And for him to be the weight that he was, all skin and bones, and to be laying on that tarp the way that he was, that had to have been so excruciating for him.
As the small room by Ms. Vander Ark as well as Paul Ferguson.
That is correct.
And there's a tarp in there and a box in there. Was anything else located in this room?
Simi said she's
That was it,
crazy.
just the tarp in that box.
And what was the overall physical condition of that room based on your observations at the time that you were there?
I wanna cover that trial. Yes.
When we opened the door to that room, there was an overpowering odor of urine. Very offensive smell coming from that room.
And is this just another view of that looking down at the tarp that you'd referred to?
Correct.
And what are we looking at with this image here?
That is a view from the inside of the door. For the small room, the door is open, and that is what would be on the inside of the room.
And it appears that there's a crack in the door, is that correct?
It does.
This next image is
That's from
the
Paul,
other
I
side of
bet.
that door?
Correct. That would be the opposite side of the door, also noting the damage to the door, the crack.
I guarantee you that's from Paul. He's a hothead. I've heard him scream like the devil.
Now this next photograph appears to be the same area that appears in the earlier exhibit, is that correct?
Yes.
But what's different, it's obvious, but what's different about this photograph than the earlier photograph?
The alarm for the door is missing.
And when was this photograph taken?
This photograph was taken on the July the 7th when we executed the second search warrant, the next day.
So this was taken after Ms. Vander Ark was allowed to remain in the home the night after the execution of the first search warrant, correct?
That's correct.
And when you go back for the search warrant on the second day, the alarm that you had previously observed has been removed from the door.
That is correct.
And you photographed it for that reason.
Yes, I recognized that it was missing, so I photographed it.
And then working backwards, is this that same door, but just showing it without the alarm, and on the second day when you went back?
That is correct.
And what are we looking at in this image?
That is a view of the bathroom on the lower level.
And specifically on that countertop there, on the bathroom counter, there appears to be some type of camera. Is that right?
Yes, there is.
And you've heard Officer Steffanich's testimony earlier today about a camera that appeared to be motion activated or following when he was in the bathroom. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Is that camera?
That is.
And what are we looking at there?
I had stepped further into the bathroom and took that photograph, so the vanity to the left side looking into the toilet shower area.
Well, look at that. So you see that camera right there? So it's motion detective. So it will like detective. So it'll follow you. Motion detector, like whatever. So it'll follow you when you move. So when you go into the bathroom, it's gonna follow you no matter where you go. So that little boy, when he was in the tub, if he was standing in the shower, which I doubt it, if he was on the toilet being timed, because we know he was timed, everything was being watched. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? That is so disgusting. Shanda watched everything in that house. There were cameras everywhere in that house. I know she was constantly on her phone looking down like, what's going on in the house?
And Officer Steffenich noted, and you can see in that photograph, is there a shower curtain on that shower?
There is no shower curtain.
And the camera is just off to the, now in this image, it's just off to the, on the left side of the screen, is that correct?
That's correct.
But if it's motion activated, it stands to reason that a person in the shower or on the toilet, that camera could turn to track their movements in the bath and or on the toilet.
It'd certainly be in view of it, yes.
And what image are we looking at here?
This is the vanity within that lower level bathroom that we had previously looked at.
Now, if you look back, the camera is no longer in this second image. Was the camera taken as part of the search?
Imagine that. The lock got removed off the door. The camera got taken out of the bathroom. They let her stay in that house overnight, and she got rid of everything. Well, actually, I think they took the camera. I think they took that.
It was.
And so now we're looking down at the vanity, and what, if anything, did you note?
Hold on, let me go back, because he says that. Hold on.
Longer in this second image, was the camera taken as part of the search warrant?
It was.
And so now we're looking down at the vanity, and what, if anything, did you note in terms of the investigation here in that photograph?
Unusual items for a bathroom vanity, such as a bottle of hot sauce and a bag of zip ties.
And the hot sauce is right here, and the zip tie is right here. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Just keep moving for just a little bit. And what are we looking at in this photograph?
That's a close-up of the bottle of hot sauce.
Extreme Regret, Scorpion, Carolina Reaper hot sauce?
That's correct. Screaming hot.
Screaming hot, yeah. And was this taken into evidence?
It was.
And what are we looking at in this next image?
Those would be the leg shackles that were found in the lower level of the home.
This is probably a good time. You brought some other physical exhibits with you. If we could go ahead and just have those marked at this point, and I'll let you know what to mark. What?
So here's my thing with the evidence here is some of it, he's just touching with his bare hands, no gloves. He's just like, I don't understand. Like, you're not supposed to be touching the evidence, right? Or does it matter because they're already in court? I don't know. Zip ties, awful. Yeah, leg cuffs, ankle cuffs, awful. Did y'all see the video of those crazy YouTubers who try all the hot sauces and they couldn't tolerate that stuff? Oh, I don't know. No, I don't think so. Are you talking about hot ones? That thing? They usually make them put on gloves to touch evidence. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. But some of it he doesn't touch, but some of it he does. Always wear gloves. That's what I thought. So, like, watch this. Hey, Jay. If it's already documented, it's fine.
Let's start with the hot sauce.
So it's fine if it's already documented? That's what I thought. I wasn't sure. Okay. Thank you. And hello, by the way. Hi. Good to see you. Welcome.
Bathroom hot sauce?
Well, there's two hot. It's my understanding you have two types of hot sauce there. Is that correct?
Yeah, one that was located in the bathroom, one that was located on the kitchen floor.
We'll go ahead and mark that first hot sauce, the bathroom one, number 38.
Would you like these removed from the bags?
I think the jury can see, at least with the hot sauce one, I think we can leave that one as is. So we'll mark that one as number 38. And this is, for the record, this is the hot sauce that was removed from the bathroom vendor.
Correct.
Permission to publish to the jury, Judge?
Yes.
These have been admitted
By stipulation.
Yep. Pass that around.
He's touching the cuffs.
Now, this next item
See, he's touching the cuffs.
are shackles. We'll go ahead and mark those as number 41.
Or shackles, whatever you want to
These are
call
the shackles that we can see in that photograph there.
That is correct.
And what, maybe this is a clumsy way to ask the question, but what type of shackles are those? We're talking about types of material.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I would have thought too. Because there's no way they would have just I mean, they're already in court. They're already, like everything should have already been done if it's been put into the record, So thank you for that. I'm basically the queen of. I like certain hot sauces. I like spicy food, but.
They are metal shackles, appear to be of the same quality and type that we would use in our employment as police officers.
And does the handcuff key that you would typically carry open these shackles?
Yes.
Just keep that with the envelope. All right, what else do we have?
Cameras. Hot sauce.
This is the second bottle of hot sauce that was recovered from the residence?
Correct. This is the hot sauce that was located on the floor of the kitchen.
Same type of hot sauce, this one located in the kitchen area, is that correct?
That's correct.
All right, we'll have this one marked and previously admitted as People's 39.
Hit the pause button. Hi, PJ. Good to see you. Popping in to say hi. Hit the like. Hit the like. Just wanted to show my love. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, girl.
Zip ties.
And the zip ties are People's Exhibit number 40. Yes, sir.
I can have Mr. Weaver collect those if you want to continue.
I think they're just about done. I just wanted to make sure everybody had an opportunity to look at those before we move to the... Yeah, there's two more. I believe it's the second hot sauce and the zip ties making their way around. So.
I don't want to hold you up on questioning, so.
I wanted everybody to have an opportunity to look at them before we moved on anyway, so.
It's always auto wrong. It's never auto correct. It's always auto wrong.
The jury's had an opportunity to, I think, observe all of those there. Do you need just a moment to put those back in the bag?
Oh, I can't stand her face. I just want to flicker. Just flicker. Flicker in her forehead. What you lost on, Judy? How can... That's her. That's Shanda, the momster, the evil witch. She's terrible. The most evil person ever. Judy, what are you lost on? Maybe I can help you. Are you lost on what they're talking about? Because I don't know what they're talking about either. If it makes you feel any better. Oh, autocorrect. So like autocorrect's always trying to autocorrect stuff, but it's usually it's usually wrong, so I call it auto wrong. Yeah, she's a demon. I cannot stand her. I hate her so much. Yeah, she does. Ew, you are so right. And that kind of goes in with what her poor son looked like. Oh my God. So sad. It's so sad. All right. What are we waiting for? What's going on with the walk-in? What are we waiting for? Bum, bum.
And that
Okay.
those.
Oops. See, now that I moved it up, it was ready.
All right, moving on with our exhibits here and photographs. What are we looking at in this photograph?
So that is still in that large common room in the basement of the home, or the lower level of the home, kind of a knee wall there, and you can see a camera sitting on top. A software box, it appears.
And was that projecting out to some area in the common area?
That specific camera was looking at the area of Timothy's bunk bed and the door to the small room.
And this next image?
Those are some keys that were found in the home.
And there's a number of remote controls attached to those. What do those appear to be?
It was my understanding that those remote controls could activate the sensor alarms that were on the doors.
And this next image?
That's an ice maker that was in the kitchen countertop.
So this is the little ice maker that they used for the ice baths. Imagine how much ice they made with that thing to keep him in those ice baths. That's diabolical.
And the next image there?
Same ice maker, just full of ice.
What was the sign?
Now, Lieutenant, at some point,
What was the sign? Did I miss it? What did the sign say?
At some point, there were some cell phones seized from the residence. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Including a cell phone belonging to Ms. Vander Ark.
That is correct.
Well, here we go.
And did you have an opportunity? Did as part of the investigation, did the Norton Shores Police Department
hold on, let's go back and see. I didn't see the sign. Let's go back and see. Hold on. Very slowly. Ah, shit. See, I went back too far. This thing. See, now it wants to go back too much. All right, let's just watch it from here and look at the sign. For I know the plan, something.
And that those remote controls could activate
you afford
the
cameras?
sensor
I don't know.
alarms that were on the doors.
Let me move this off so I can read this sign.
And this next
All right,
image?
hold on. Let me
That's
pause
an
it.
ice maker.
All right, it says, "For I know the plans, something the Lord plans, something plans to give." Well, I can't read it. If y'all can make that out. Oh, Joshua 1. Okay. The, it's, yeah.
That was in the kitchen countertop.
A demon having a Bible verse in her house? That's crazy.
And the next image there.
Same ice maker, just full of ice.
Okay, now we're gonna get into the text messages, I think.
Now, Lieutenant, at some point there were some cell phones seized from the residence, is that correct?
That is correct.
Including a cell phone belonging to Ms. Vander Ark.
That is correct.
And did you have an opportunity, as part of the investigation, did the Norton Shores Police Department perform an extraction of that cell phone?
Where's
Yes.
Daniel?
And seems obvious, but what is the purpose of extracting information from that cell phone?
Often cell phones can contain evidence of the crime that we're investigating.
Your Honor, for this next portion, we've discussed already that Lieutenant Hooksma and Detective Aum will be reading a portion of the text messages. So I think we're prepared to do that at this point in time. This will be, for the record, this is going to be previously.
Simi, or one of the mods, can you put up another trigger warning? Because these texts are pretty foul.
Stipulated to being admitted as People's Exhibit number 36, and this is an excerpt of those text messages. And you've had an opportunity to review those text messages, is that correct?
I have.
And these text messages come directly from the extraction of the cell phone that was performed on Shanda Vander Ark's cell phone, is that correct?
Correct.
And and you've had an opportunity to review these, and did these depict different moments in time from February to July of 2022, a conversation, or conversations, I should say, between Shanda Vander Ark and Paul Ferguson?
That is correct.
So we only need one more chair up there, actually, is what we're going to need.
Mr. Roberts, so
Yes, sir.
Detective Hooksma is going to be playing the part of the defendant, I believe you said, or is it?
No, actually, Detective Aum will be reading the defendant's portion, and Lieutenant Hooksma will be reading Paul Ferguson's.
Paul Ferguson, okay,
portion.
all right.
I was gonna try to do something fun for y'all and do that, like I said, and bring somebody up here and do that, but y'all, that's too many text messages. We'd be here for fucking 16 weeks.
We just need a chair. I got an extra one, I think. So just so the jury understands, usually a witness can read both parts. It can get a little confusing, obviously, because it's the same voice. So the parties have stipulated essentially that Detective Hooksma will be reading the text messages of Paul Ferguson, and Detective Aum, who is coming up as of now, is reading the part of the defendant. I think we probably should swear her in, so Detective...
Ms. Gilmore just pointed out, Judge, I think
Yeah.
that's probably a good idea for this portion.
All right, Detective Aum, in the matter now pending, do you swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
All right, put your hand down, grab a seat. Please state your name for the record, spelling your first name and last name.
You know,
My first name is Stephanie.
you know who she looks like? Did y'all ever watch True Blood? It's been a while, but she looks, I forget her name, but she looks like the redhead from True Blood. Is the witness armed? So do you know why I can't? No, I don't. I have no idea. The lady up there, she's a detective. But yeah, she reminds me of the redhead from that's in True Blood. I forget her name. It's been so long since I watched that show. Oh, did I miss Dan? Is he in here? Where's he at? Let me see. There he is. Hi. Oh dear, maybe I should come back. I believe she does. If she says she
Stephanie, last is Alm, ALM.
All right, you may proceed, Mr. Roberts.
Your Honor, can we
About
get the lights
time,
on?
Dan.
Certainly.
Just kidding.
Thank you.
Does that help? Is that good right there? or-
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, for the record, these are, you'll be reading verbatim the text messages between Shanda Vander Ark and Paul Ferguson. And we've also taken some lengths to make sure that you're identifying the dates and approximate times where these text messages
Dan, where have you been?
Hour later.
You're getting a detention slip, sir.
are being sent. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And
They'll
when,
be,
if we move to a different day, there's an indication there so the jury understands what days we're talking about, correct?
that's correct.
All right. I believe you could begin.
First, rude, and second, why are his hands free? And what did he get into that he felt he needed to brush his teeth to hide it?
Sorry, I don't know he was up.
What do you mean you didn't know he was up? Has he not been?
I don't think we got a date
Oh, yeah.
of this particular
Oh.
section, so if we just, before we get into it.
I'm just warning you guys, these text messages are so foul.
The date is 2/18/2022.
Thank you.
First, rude, and second, why are his hands free? And what did he get into that he felt he needed to brush his teeth to hide it?
Sorry, I didn't know he was up.
What do you mean you didn't know he was up? Has he not been upstairs against the wall?
No,
What? Why the heck not?
I just didn't.
What the heck has he been doing?
According to him, he's just been setting. I don't know, though. I didn't know he was awake.
Find out what he has snuck right the heck now, because I know he has snuck stuff since you weren't doing what you were supposed to. What do you mean you didn't know he was awake? You both should have been awake at 10:30. I am not happy. You know he wasn't just sitting there. Check the brownies in the kitchen. Check everything not locked away. Check where the flipping keys have been.
Check the brownies, check everything. Just check, 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 check. Make sure he didn't eat anything. What the? Oh, God, against the wall? Yeah, against the wall. Sneak stuff. We talked about this what was it, last week? Dude, just as kids, we snuck stuff. Even we got food regularly. We'd be in the cabinet sneaking candy and taking it to our rooms. Like, it was just a normal thing. Like, it's ridiculous. Oh my God. Like, I don't understand the thought process behind what was going on in, like, it's beyond me. It is beyond me.
I already checked everything. And that
break moving on to a different day, correct?
correct, that concludes that section. The next date
And you can tell Paul seems like he's just kind of dissociated in some of these.
is February the 28th.
And check his breath. I can almost guarantee he's eaten something. He was chewing on something when he walked downstairs. You and I will be talking about.
Check his breath. What? I'm really going to try not to pause, you guys. I know I'm terrible about it, but come on. Like,
About this on a later date when we're both home.
Yes, he grabbed chips, I know.
And the break there?
Yes, the next text thread starts on March the 4th at 8:59 p.m. KK.
yeah, exactly. Exactly. Sidebar. Sidebar. I don't know that it's too long, so I'm not going to fast forward it because Lord knows if I do, I'm going to have to rewind it. Ew, there she is again. Can we get some tomatoes in the chat? Can we get some tomatoes for Shanda? Hold on. It's
Maybe
been a
10
minute.
minutes. So I'll have you retired of the jury room.
Where are my
Please rise.
tomatoes? There we go. Ew. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Simi, no. And like I said, I absolutely think that he's, like the judge said, one step away from being a psychopath. But like when they read the messages back and forth, you'll see that he's just kind of like, yeah, okay. Like he's just kind of just like not there. And I don't know, like there's some things that she says to him, like, you're both gonna be in trouble if you don't do this, like she's pressuring him to do these things. But I also think that, like I said, when he was on the stand last week, that he was minimizing what he did and how mean he was and how angry he got because I heard that the demon in his voice when he was yelling.
All right, you may be seated. Just for purposes of the record, Mr. Roberts and Mr. Johnson had a sidebar with the court indicating Mr. Johnson indicated that his client was suffering some distress, specifically a panic attack, and he asked for 5 minutes.
Oh, poor baby. He's having a panic attack. That's what that was. Let's go back and watch her little panic attack. I forgot. Hold on. I forgot that that's what that was. She was having a little panic attack. Oh my God. With her fake throwing up, her little migraines, this woman's so full of shit. Hold on, let's watch her little fake panic attack. Of course she is. Yeah. Hey, Frank Meister, good to see you. Mark, yeah, right here, you'll see her faking a little panic attack. She's gonna have her head down. She's gonna be like, oh, like, she's such a fraud and phony. I told you, I just want to flick her. Hi, Frank Meister, good to see you. Look at her. Oh no, I'm having a panic attack. Oh my God. Oh, woe is me.
Maybe 10 minutes. So I'll have you retired of the jury room. Please rise.
So I think that they actually cut it that day and went into the next day. So that's why I moved it forward. I don't know how long this is going to be. Hopefully not too long. Let me see. Oops. See, I always go too far.
Clients are well enough to proceed at this time?
I believe so, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Anything before we bring the jury out, Mr. Roberts?
Where do you want to restart, I guess?
That's exactly what it was, Simi. She was like, oh my God. Because you know when your shit gets read back to you, how dumb you sound sometimes? Because I know I read my stuff back to myself sometimes and I'm like, oh girl, why'd you even say that? But, I'm not evil and diabolical like she is. I'm dumb sometimes. But yeah, she heard what was going on between her and her son, and
They were in the middle of their testimony, and I don't know what part got interrupted, so.
I think we were on the third date, I thought.
Third of March.
I got it, they're on, the pages are sequential because of the printout. They're not sequential in what they're reading because there's some gaps. I have them on page 4227.
Okay.
Was that?
Thank you.
Sound accurate to you, mister?
That's fine.
Okay, anything else before we bring the jury out? Mr. Roberts?
Yes, I do anticipate at some point and we'll probably get to that point right before lunch, and that's a logical stopping point. It's a couple of days ahead in the testimony, but there's an image that gets sent to Ms. Vander Ark.
Okay.
We discussed this previously. This is an image of Mr. Ferguson when he's alive.
Okay.
It was sent to her to demonstrate the concerns that Paul Ferguson had about his condition, and I do intend to project that so the jury can see that there's a photo.
Yeah, Judy, she did. She does this throughout the entire thing, even in her new 2 hearings. So her first hearing, the reason there were 2 is because in her first one, the girl wouldn't go on stand because she had a migraine. Like, girl, you requested this. Get on the stand. She irritates me. So they had to wait. I don't even remember if it was like a week or 2 later. And then she still complained about having a migraine, but she went up there anyway. I can't stand this woman.
Photograph associated with those particular text messages. So I would ask to reconnect to the monitors, and those photographs are going to be admitted. When we get to that portion of the text messages, though, that presents itself as a likely stopping point for the lunch break. It'll probably take about 15, 20 minutes to get to that point.
Okay, so we're going to, your intention is to put the image on the screen?
Yes.
Of Mr. Ferguson?
Yes, he's alive. This is while he's alive, Judge. So, as I indicated, any of the images that we have of him while he's deceased are going to go privately to the jury and not be projected on the screen.
We will not see those. Eyes twitching.
I think my preference in respect for Mr. Ferguson is not to publish that on the screen because we are broadcasting here. I don't think that's appropriate or respectful to him.
And if you've seen them, because they are on TikTok now, it's so bad. It's so bad.
I don't mind if the jury sees that, if it's published to them in private, but I don't think that's appropriate based on we have cameras in the courtroom.
Right, so well, I have them printed, so when we get to that point, Judge, I will just ask to present them to the jury. Those are, for the record, those are going to be 36A and B, because they relate directly to exhibit number 36. So these are sub-exhibit of that exhibit, 36A and B.
Okay.
That I will present to the jury at that time when we get to that text message. And again, when we get to that point, I think that would probably be a good point to stop for the lunch break.
Okay, all right. Anything to say on that, Mr. Johnson?
We're supportive of the court's position, not that it makes a difference, but we do support it, and I think that's the appropriate resolution for that particular issue.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, I did notice your client is chewing gum. Is that something that is...
Thank you, Judge. Thank you, because I'm tired of seeing her chewing gum. It's so rude.
necessary?
No, sir.
Okay, would you have her please spit that out?
Yes, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, with that, let's bring the jury in. All right, please rise.
There's a lot that I called out or cut out, but man, she is chomping on that gum. She's like, and I'm like, what the heck? Like, you were in court, ma'am. All right, let's continue these text messages. I'm gonna shut up. I'm gonna try to shut up.
Hey, you may be seated. Yeah. All right. Detective Alm and Hooksma, you are still under oath. Mr. Roberts, you can proceed.
Thank you. I believe we were at page 4227, so why don't you just take it from the top of 4227.
This is on March the 3rd at 8:59 p.m. KK.
So how has he been disobedient?
He just won't listen or does something I didn't tell him he could. He just tried claiming his zip cuffs were too tight when I didn't even tighten them to where there's no room for his wrists.
Leave them as they are, and I will check them when I get home, and you can tell him that. And if he lied about that, he gets himself in even more trouble.
The ground. He also wet the bed and is covered in urine. Would you say a 5-minute shower with the curtain open so I can watch?
Well, first, you're not going to slam them anywhere, and you can...
Shower with the curtain open so I can watch. Why? I don't think that child had 1 ounce of privacy ever. Why do you need to watch your teenage child, shower? Please explain to me. I would really like to know the thought process behind that. And maybe, just maybe, if he wasn't stuck in the closet for as long as he wouldn't wet. First off, it's not a bed, but sure.
You can write him a cold bath, and he needs to wash up, and then he'll need to find clean clothes that don't fall off of him. And then G needs a bath as well anyway. And he will need to wash his sheets, and he will need to wash the tarp. So you need to fold the tarp up to make sure nothing comes on the carpet, and probably take it out back where he could take one of the green and yellow sponges that aren't as nice and some awesome cleaner and scrub the tarp. Sure, 5-minute shower where he can scrub and you can watch his fine as well, but it has to be a cold shower. You can tell him he gets it cold because he should not be wetting the bed. And please check the carpet and see if he needs to clean that too. There is some different awesome cleaner for carpet that he can use if he needs to. He will need to use a different green and yellow sponge for that. I do not want him using my nice sponges for either of those.
Okay.
Make sure he gets the sheet and his clothes and any other dirty clothes into the laundry and washed ASAP, please.
Okay, now the camera is getting on my nerves. It won't stay where I put it.
Just get him in the shower first, and then we will worry about the camera right after that. If you need another box for the camera, fine. Just want it working soon if possible. And probably a good idea to get Timothy some bread. He can wait on rice till after G's ball game.
And then a break.
We resume at June 30 at 2:52 p.m.
Did you move the pizza out of Timothy's reach before he start working in the kitchen and you aren't watching him? And you're on a device, it looks like.
I did my part. He's just being annoying, and I check on him every minute.
Lovely. I made the mistake of leaving the speaker on for the camera. Why are you screaming? He sure seems to have recovered quickly.
Right?
The fake shaking is about to drive me insane, though.
Yep.
Wow, he moved way quicker all of a sudden. I have repeatedly asked him that was what I thought it was, and he denied it over and over again. Tell him I now know for sure he lied to me repeatedly about what that was on the floor of his room. He needs to put what he collected in the trash in the garbage. He can stand there like this for a long time but not walk normally. He doesn't shake at all for a while standing there, and then apparently remembers he thinks he should be shaking and starts doing it.
Break.
Resume on July the 1st at 12:33 p.m.
Has Timothy stopped the fake stumbling yet? It might be best if you give him like 4 pieces of bread to eat before he starts work. Just make sure he stands up while he eats them, please. That way he has no excuses.
No, and I literally yelled into the speaker for 5 minutes to...
What up, Gucci? Good to see you. Good to see you. And again, thank you everyone for being here.
get him to wake up. Then I had to go drag his butt out bed, which is harder than it sounds because it reeks of urine down there.
You guys, the whole fake shaking and don't let him get to the pizza and like all that stuff, these people are mental. That's crazy.
Okay, well, his small room and probably the rest of the downstairs after he cleans it up need to be steam cleaned. Get the big steam cleaner that is somewhere in the...
Girl, not only is it the 4 pieces of bread, but it's got hot sauce on it. Like they doubled down on it and said, let's not just give this child bread, but let's put hot sauce on it. Like, yeah, fake suffering. Like you're torturing the child, but he's fake suffering. Okay, because that makes sense. Like delusional. Absolutely delusional.
Garage. You'll probably saw it when you cleaned it up. And get that whole area down there steam cleaned, please.
Okay. Resume July 1st at 4:03 p.m. I'm ready to kill Timothy.
You know what time I get off. What's wrong now?
I'm not gonna, but he left his peed and pooped in underthing in the freaking bathroom and I stepped in it.
The camera in his room needs picked up, please. Ugh. Lots of hot sauce on bread for that.
I cleaned my foot, but I'm already at my limit.
He shouldn't be doing anything in those, much less both. Grr. Where is he currently?
On the wall downstairs.
On the wall downstairs. And yes, Sherry, exactly. That's what I've been saying. Maybe if they just let the boy just go to the bathroom like a normal human being, then he wouldn't be going to the bathroom all over the place. And I mean, not to mention, they kept him in a diaper. Oh my God. Like, I told y'all this was going to be a lot. You're right. These texts do need a trigger. I told y'all it's going to be a lot. And you can see that this officer, he gets so annoyed, like he's just looking up, like it would be hard for me to be in the same room with her. That's all I'm going to say. I would not be able to control myself.
Has anything been accomplished?
He cleaned the kitchen, if that's what you mean.
All of it or just the dishes? And will I approve if it's clean or...
I had him clean the counters and do the dishes.
Okay, that's not an answer, but anyway, gotta work. We'll see if I'm pleased when I get home or not. Is he finally walking normally? He can have bread with hot sauce on it. Does need bread though.
I already given 4 pieces of bread earlier. I know he's not walking fine. He's still doing a whole wonky walk.
Do 4 more pieces of bread with hot sauce on them, please. Do me a favor and go ahead and fix him a cup of rice. Instead of using water, use mostly chicken broth. There is some broth in the fridge. Try to get all the way up to the cup with broth, and then if you need a little bit more than a cup of liquid, just be safe, use water. But don't tell him he did that. It's a few extra calories.
Okay.
May I break?
Resume July 2, 2:32 p.m. What do I do if he doesn't finish within the assigned time?
Hot sauce.
So apparently this hot sauce isn't just Carolina Reaper, it's also Trinidad Scorpion Chili Pepper.
Yep.
And a break.
Start over July 2 at 3:07 p.m.
Groceries are here. Don't leave Timothy unattended, but don't want anyone seeing him either. He's walking slightly better.
And a break.
Start back up July 5 at 7:17 a.m.
Forgot to tell you this before I left. Timothy was doing his fake stumbling and falling last night, of course, so I decided to prove once again how fake it is. I asked him if he would stop doing that if he
Bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit. A bullshit.
Detector test determined that was a lie.
can eat a whole pizza by himself, and he said yes, of course. And then I told him how obvious it was that it was fake, and he had just proven that yet again. And of course he just looked down and didn't respond. When are you going to the bike shop? And please let Timothy go to the bathroom and
Right? Thank you. It's okay for her to be fake in court. Oh, that's so good. I needed that. Yeah. I'll look at it after this, Simi, for sure. Absolutely. The lifestyle focused on him was, yeah, so terrible.
then put him back in his room with the alarm on when you go. G can be in his own room.
Start back up July 5 at 12:05 p.m.
Make sure you get Timothy some bread and water.
KK.
If you want him to sit in his room with his hands on his head, that's fine, but Timothy does not get to lay around all day. Have you fed him yet?
Not yet. I was literally about to.
Okay, TY. G is hovering right outside Timothy's store, which might cost Timothy to take even longer because he will claim he was blocked from getting out. Timothy's door, Siri. Just so you know, Timothy hasn't budged. What is his problem?
AUG.
Sorry. Please make sure you lock both front and back doors when you leave.
I'm sorry, he said AUG.
KK. Sorry, I'm just really done with this crap.
I understand. I am well past on with it as well. I know this is a big favor to ask. Please make sure you go down there regularly to make sure he is not.
No, he did not, Gucci. He passed away. He was extremely tortured and malnourished, and it's a really bad case. You can go back to a couple lives that I've done and see, or if you want to look it up, it's Shanda Vander Ark, and his name is Timothy Ferguson. Really sad case.
Not asleep before you leave. Maybe we should leave the light on. That way it will be harder for him to fall asleep. I really do not want you to lose hours at work, but I am about to have you call in, at least until I can get home. I don't trust what he's going to try and pull today. I can't believe he keeps getting worse and worse with his stupidity. Now he's refused.
With his stupidity. Okay. Who's the ones with the stupidity here? My word.
To answer me, so go through some cold water on him as well.
Okay.
So we're not sure about the biological father, but the stepfather had a stroke and some health problems, and Timothy ended up having to move in the house with Shanda and Paul, and that's when all of this began. Timothy had a great, a good life before all of this happened, and it happened in such a quick amount, like a fast, short period of time. In the beginning of this video, the pictures I show you, you could see him like camping and fishing and stuff like that. And he was thin, but like just a lanky child, like tall and lanky, but normal. And what they did to him was just absolutely disgusting. Yeah.
Please do the water now. He is being beyond stupid.
Okay.
Oh, hey.
I really don't want G seeing him like that with no clothes on. Question mark, question mark, question mark. You are not reading my messages. Please go back and read them and then go turn the light back on.
Oh, sorry.
Please make sure you go back and read all of my messages that I wrote just a couple minutes ago, because
Oh, see, he wasn't paying attention to her messages, and she's like, you need to go back and read them.
Caused Timothy to take even longer because he will claim he was blocked from getting out. Timothy's door, Siri. Just so you know, Timothy hasn't budged. What is his problem? Sorry. Please make sure you lock both front and back doors when you leave.
KK. Sorry, I'm just really, really done with this crap.
I understand. I am well past on with it as well. I know this is a big favor to ask. Please make sure you go down there regularly to make sure he is not asleep before you leave. Maybe we should leave the light on. That way it will be harder for him to fall asleep. I really, really, really do not want you to lose hours at work, but I am about to have you call in, at least until I can get home. I don't trust what he's going to try and pull today. I can't believe he keeps getting worse and worse with his stupidity. Now he's refusing to answer me, so go through some cold water on him as well.
Okay.
Go throw cold water on him.
Please do the water now. He is being beyond stupid.
Okay.
I really don't want G seeing him like that with no clothes on. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
So see, she didn't want the younger child in the house, G, to see him with no clothes on. She didn't want him hearing what was going on, seeing what was going on. So clearly, I mean, I think that he had to have still seen something, because that downstairs area, his room was there, and that closet was right there. And Paul was constantly yelling at him, so he had to. And then the way in that interview he was singing hot sauce, like, that's mimicking something. Children mimic things. So I feel like he saw things.
You are not reading my messages. Please go back and read them and then go turn the light back on.
Oh, sorry.
Please make sure you go back and read all of my messages that I wrote just a couple minutes ago, because they are important. I'm sorry, I'm trying. I can't work like this when he's doing this, and there's no telling what he'll do when you leave, and I don't want to risk G seeing him like that with no clothing on. Why is he doing this to me? Am I not going through enough already? Feel free to go dump more cold water on him. He moved over where he's not laying in what you dumped on him earlier. Go dump more cold water, Siri.
I know you're trying, Mama, but he's just too selfish. He's either gonna make me lose my job or just...
He's too selfish? Get the Out of here. What? You're telling me that that child's too selfish? Oh my God. He's gonna make you lose your job. No, Shonda's selfish. You're selfish. Shonda's gonna make you lose your job for making you do all of this. Like, ugh.
This royally tick me off.
I won't allow him to make you lose your job, but I don't know what to do today. Go dump some more cold water on him.
Okay.
The camera that was originally in Timothy's small room that is now on my desk downstairs, I believe. Could you possibly set that up in my bedroom before you go? If so, I will have G stay upstairs. Maybe that will help a little.
KK.
Please hurry with the water dumping on him, though. He thinks he's getting away with something.
What's the rush? Like, what's the rush? I don't understand.
I know, I'm crushing the ice.
Thank you. Do you think any part of this...
Well, we all love you, Z. You guys are great. Please go check out Trial Junkies United. She does great work. I think Simi already dropped her link. I think it was up there. Go check her out, please.
This is real. He's had more of a break in the last couple of days than he did before that. He can't be more tired than he was.
Right?
Please go ahead and set up the other camera so I know it works. And then when you leave, tell G he should not go downstairs at all.
The one with the Tekken app?
No, the one that was in Timothy's room that we pulled out and is now stuck to a box. I think it's still on my desk downstairs.
Oh, okay.
Set that up in my room. I am the only one that has the app for that. That way I can watch G and not worry about him seeing Timothy like this.
KK.
Please check and make sure he has not fallen asleep. I would prefer if you managed to turn him around so I could see his face on camera in the bathroom.
KK.
Is he talking to you at all?
No.
Is he seriously trying to make us believe that he can't communicate?
He's full of it.
Could you put the camera in my room on top of the dog crate?
Oh yeah, Z. Like, he makes so many faces. He is so disturbed. He's angry. This cop is absolutely just like... I obviously have already seen this, and then I making sure that this was correct for the live. I watched it again, and you could just see him like looking up at the ceiling and like gritting his teeth, and yeah.
And is he responding to you, Timothy, I mean?
Okay, and no, he's W, not Siri.
Can you please force him to respond to you?
No problem, James. I totally understand. Protect your mental health before anything else. Go do what you need to do. I totally understand.
Just to make me feel a little better.
Thank you for being here anyways.
Be honest with me. Are you worried about him at all? Or is it all a bunch of BS like it has been for days?
It's the same old BS.
So you're not worried at all?
Nope. If I wasn't so angry, then maybe. And that's a big if.
Okay, let me rephrase that question then. Do you honestly believe we should be worried?
IDK. I'm just tired of him being such a nuisance. Also, I called work and told them I'd be late.
Okay, I'm really sorry. I hope they are not upset with you.
Nope.
If you think G will behave himself and stay upstairs, you can try to go to work before I get home. I would recommend starting to look for an Uber in about 30 minutes though.
Are you sure? Because I can and will stay till you get home.
I really want to say go, but I have my concerns, of course. I don't know. I will trust you to make a good judgment that won't negatively affect your work.
KK.
Just let me know what you decide, please. I know it would mean getting down there very early, but I'm willing to drop you off in Grand Haven before I head to work tomorrow.
We're at the 1 hour 34 minute mark. Let me know if you guys want to finish this out today. or not. I'm gonna just kind of let it play through. Let me know what you guys want to do.
Morning. You could stay at Starbucks across the street.
KK, let me know when you're headed home.
Please let work know that we will definitely have your e-bike fixed one way or another by your shift on Sunday. Please let them know, request, beg that your hours not be cut because of this. Okay, thank you. If you are staying, could you please stay on his case? It looks like he's trying to go to sleep and I don't have the time to yell at him from work and actually get stuff done here.
Yep.
Yeah, please go down there now because it looks like he's trying to sleep. He turned away from the camera so I can't see if he's trying to sleep or now.
He's not.
If you're gonna be there, why don't you go ahead and run another cold bath and stick him in it? You will have to stay downstairs in the bathroom with him, but I can keep an eye on G. Just leave G with the keys or he can unlock the freezer if he needs anything.
How is that going to help?
It's going to make him miserable. Feel free to tell him that once he stops acting like this, he can get out of the cold bath.
Like, I don't even have the words. I don't even have the words to make him miserable. What? Why? What is the motive behind all of this? Why?
Isn't he already? And it's all he's doing.
Yes, but this will make him more miserable. You might want to try the bathroom floor with a rag towel when you go to do that though, so you don't have to worry about sleeping on the water on the floor. Dry, not try. And try to force him to talk to you. We both know he can.
His eyes do have a slightly glazed look.
And there we have another photo attached to this is people's 36C.
Thank you, Judy. There she is, the demon. Yeah, thank you, puppies, too. We appreciate it. My puppies are laying over there. They're actually not trying to scratch at me for attention yet. They're like, Mom, been on the computer too long, come on. You know why her head's down? Because she used to work there, in that courthouse. How embarrassing. Ew! Ew! Did you see that? She's all like, and then looks at it. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Go ahead and continue.
Her head is too heavy. Yeah.
But he smirked. You can make your eyes glaze over by staring for too long. Yeah, it just looks like he's been staring at something too long. You said he smirked?
Never in my life have I ever wanted to beat someone so bad.
Trust me, I understand right now, but you have to calm down. He's only making it worse for himself. Crazy idea. Ask G if he wants some pizza rolls and heat up
Trigger warning.
a set of pizza rolls and take one downstairs and offer it to Timothy and see what he does. Put it right in front of his mouth, but be ready to yank it back if he tries to eat it.
Be ready to yank it back if he tries to eat it. So this is a child that's being starved, being tortured. He's on the brink of, D, and she's saying, hey, put him in an ice bath. Oh, he's not responding. He's not talking to you. Wave a pizza roll in his face and see if he does anything. And if he does, make sure he doesn't bite it. Yank it back. Oh my God. It gets worse. Yeah, it gets worse.
KK.
And by the way, I did not intend for you to put the tech and camera in my room. Please move that back downstairs where it was before you leave, or before I take you to work. The one on top of the crate is perfect.
Okay.
Even if G doesn't want pizza rolls right away, he will want them eventually. It's worth it to heat some up just to try that. Hold it right in front of his lips. How much do you want to bet he's going to try to eat it?
A lot.
Agreed. Please do that and get back down there to make sure he's not falling asleep. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's trying to fall asleep. You're going down there? I gave you time to cool off.
I'm waiting for the pizza roll.
KK. So how is he reacting now? It looked like he tried to grab something or do something with his arm.
He's not. He's Krill being stubborn. Still, WTF.
I really don't understand it considering we know it's all fake.
Yeah.
Please make sure you keep bugging him so he doesn't try to go to sleep like that. Maybe force his mouth open and put some hot sauce in there considering everything he's put us through.
KK.
Put some hot sauce in his mouth considering everything that he's put us through. The audacity.
Does he blink when you smack him on the side of the face? And I don't mean hard smack.
Yes.
He doesn't realize that that wouldn't happen if there were something really wrong with him. Did he swallow it or try to spit it out?
He swallowed.
Yeah, he's just fine. He's just being an absolute butthead. Get his arm out from under his head like that. He doesn't get to be comfortable like that. He gets no padding whatsoever for his head if it's going to hang his head sideways. Please keep an eye on him. I'm willing to bet he's going to move to adjust himself soon. Is it mean to ask you to turn his body slightly where he said would go over the side of the top backwards? That would be even less comfortable. He just adjusted to make himself more comfortable. Perfect. He thinks he can outlast us. Are you still down there watching him?
Yes.
He's moved a little bit to make it less uncomfortable. Yeah, he's moved a couple of times now to try to get more comfortable. Am I imagining things?
These text messages, the video, she knew she was done. She knew she was done. Incompetent attorney my ass.
Or has he already moved a little bit again?
I'm done. I can't deal with him anymore.
Why are you saying that? How can he lay there like that for any length of time? Ugh. If you need to put clothes in the dryer, please do real quick.
He's doing this to tick us off and make us give up. And at this point, I'm ready to beat him within an inch of death and go to work.
And that is exactly what he wants you to do. He will not last us. I can promise you that. I have the screen muted because I have to...
Do they think that this is a war between them and him? Like, this is just a child that had to come and live with them, that needed to be taken care of. Because he had all these, things going on with him. And this is what they did. Like, they did this. He didn't ask for this. It's like they feel like they're at war with him or something. Like, what?
Right now, but feel free to let him know that he will not outlast us, and that comes directly from me. But definitely time to switch the loads anyway, so take some deep breaths and go do that. Is he still acting like he's staring straight ahead?
Yes.
This is getting beyond pathetic, but he will not win this. Not gonna happen. Sorry, had to step out of my office for a couple of minutes. Did you swap the loads?
Yeah.
Might be time to dump more cold water. Just make sure it doesn't go outside the tub. And maybe force him to drink some more. Did you say something after my comment about showing it's fake?
Yes.
What did you say? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
I just agreed.
Oh, okay. Crazy thought. Tell him if he actually sits up by himself and stays sitting up, he will get some pizza rolls. Don't tell him it's only 2 rolls, and I'm okay if they are frozen rather than cooked.
Okay.
Calm down, sweetie. He is trying to get a reaction out of you. Just splash water on him occasionally for now. I will let you know when I am on my way home. I have to stop for gas on the way, or I will run out about 15 miles from home. But I will make that a very quick stop and grab you and then head out. He's determined to be a pain, isn't he? Odd question. He's ticklish, isn't he?
Yeah.
He just moved his head, by the way. Go tickle him mercilessly.
Well, he was ticklish.
Wouldn't surprise me if he had enough determination to resist right now. Was worth a shot. Like I said, he's moving his head. ... I'm done. I'm not dealing with him for another second today, or I might snap. Chill out and just keep an eye on him so he doesn't...
So you guys know that tickling, the history behind tickling, right? It was actually a form of torture. And that's why when you're tickled, or when someone comes up behind you and goes like that, you're startled, or when someone's tickling your feet, you don't like it, or, stuff like that. It was a form of torture. And so that's what she was doing. And so with him not having any weight, him having, the issues that he had, that's probably something that he really didn't like. And exactly, you hate being tickled. It was literally a form of torture. If you go look up the history of tickling, I had no idea. I actually just learned about that a couple months ago.
Sleep and keep...
Randomly too. I don't even remember how I found that out.
Doing this splash of water occasionally, please. And keep an ear out for the dryer so you know when your clothes are dry.
Yeah.
Calm down. You're okay. Try dealing with all of this from a distance. Just do whatever asked as far as keeping him awake and splashing him with water, and you'll be fine. If you need to wander away for a minute, go move that one camera back downstairs where it was, and then please take it to the shower curtains off the bar in the downstairs bathroom for tonight so he doesn't have those to cover up with. I'm serious about making him sleep in here tonight. There tonight. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Okay, I got it.
When you go to remove the shower curtain, please remove everything else from that bathroom that he could mess with. He's not getting diddly squat.
He said I was going to get them cookies, and then I heard that, and I was like, oh, wait, I wanted to say something about that, so I ran back and... Sorry.
To mess around with tonight.
Okay.
And he needs cold water dumped on him at least one more time before I get there. I was talking to you on camera. Is he still trying to stare off into space?
Yes.
He's still breathing, right? I just have to ask. He's doing enough to make you paranoid, even though we know it's fake.
Yes, he is.
If this were just a matter of him being tired, he would have got enough rest sitting and laying there that he would be fine right now. It just further confirms how fake he is being and how horrible he is being, honestly. Please make sure you both move the other camera and clear out that bathroom before I have to leave work. I have a couple of places I want you to call about your bike while you're waiting for me to get home.
Okay.
I wonder how it will feel to have that hot sauce on your private parts. I'm not saying touch him.
Trigger warning. Trigger warning.
In there, not at all, but dripping a little bit there. Is that horrible?
Yes, it's horrible.
I don't know, and I don't care.
Does that mean you're willing to try it?
No.
Okay. Well, I need to lose the attitude.
I think that's the only thing Paul said no to. I think that's the only thing that he said, nah, I'm not going to do that. What the hell?
With me at least. I
Hey, Karen, good to see you. Hi.
didn't do anything here. You need to lose the attitude, Siri. Okay,
You notice how after he said, no, I don't care, and no, she was all like, you need to lose the attitude. Because she knew that she crossed a line, and she was like, oh. And so she got really defensive and went back to her, controlling.
I understand that you're frustrated. I am also frustrated beyond measure. What I don't understand is why you haven't done either of the two things I told you to do before 5 p.m. when I have to leave work.
Okay.
Considering you're not sitting over him and haven't been for quite a while, I'm willing to bet he has slept at least some when he shouldn't have been able to.
Nope, he's still awake.
You're not thinking about the whole picture in the fact that he can probably hear you walking in. But anyway, I'm not going to go there right now. Close the bathroom.
And yes, this was a great move by the state to have them read all of these out loud, because it hits so different when this is what I'm talking about with transparency. If we had more transparency, we would understand things more in a different way than, okay, so this is what we know about this case. This is what we know about this case. It's just bare minimums, right? And we think we know, but we really have no idea. This is the deep shit. This is the shit that even though it's hard to hear, we need to hear it to understand what's going on.
Bathroom door for now, please. I'm not watching him on my way home, but you can just stay close by and listen for anything like the water turning on or anything stupid like that. And then I will turn the camera back on once I pick you up.
Okay. Let me know when you are headed out.
I will leave at 5, but I will need to stop for about 5 minutes to get a little bit of gas.
There's a break there, and just to confirm, that last section that you read before the last break, that all occurred on what date?
July 5.
And that was a time period from about noon to about 4 o'clock in the afternoon, is that?
That's correct.
All right, and then the next section, then July 5, for clarity, is the day before Timothy was found deceased.
That's correct. We're on July 5 at 5:09 p.m.
And someone is suddenly moving their head more.
Yous are busy. Not even a voicemail. Tried several times.
Okay. Getting gas now. Please tell G to stay in my room till I get home. Question mark.
KK. Sorry, just got that.
Okay. Please check in on Timothy one more time before you go. I should be home in probably right around 10 minutes.
KK.
I am not going to pull in the garage. You will need to come out the front door and lock it real quick.
Okay. Are you here?
Not yet.
KK.
Did you check on him?
Yes.
Notice how he had the strength to sink down like that?
Right?
Still staring?
Yep.
He apparently decided to go big or go home today. Just beyond ridiculous.
We have a break there, and that break occurs at what time on July 5th?
At 5:56 p.m. Then our next one starts on July 5 at 11:49 p.m.
Please set your alarm for 6 a.m. I ended up dragging him back to his small room because I wasn't going to risk him having access to the tub or other things overnight. He's still trying to be stupid, but I will tell you more tomorrow while I take you to work, describing how many different ways I proved that he's still faking. He's still doing it though. It's beyond ridiculous.
And we have a break, and then our next text is on July 6th at 6:09 a.m.
Time to get up and please check on Timothy on your way upstairs. Question mark, question mark, question mark.
That concludes the text messages, and again, for the record, that is People's Exhibit 36, previously admitted, Judge.
All right.
Thank you, Judge. Detective Baum can sit down and stand at this point.
Okay, thank you, Detective Baum. Any additional questions for Detective Oaks?
All right, so those are the text messages, and now I think that the state and defense are going to ask questions about the text messages and the crime scene photos, and I believe that's it.
I do have just a couple more questions, Judge, and
Okay.
just for as discreet as possible about this, but there are a couple more photographs that I need Lieutenant Brooksman to identify.
Okay.
Well, let me ask a couple of questions before I do that. Lieutenant, you just read a series of text messages. I don't want to talk about all of them, obviously, but let's just talk about the text messages from July 5th. And there are multiple references to cold water and the bath. Was that your understanding of those text messages?
That's correct.
And that was, again, July 5th was literally the day before Timothy was discovered early the next morning to be deceased. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And the last message from Ms. Vander Ark indicated that at around 11:30 or so, she dragged him out of there and put him in the small room.
That's correct.
Again, the small room, from your understanding, is what?
The closet in the basement next to his bed.
Now, these are very difficult photos. I know you've had an opportunity to see these before, but for the record, these are people's 33, 34, and 35. Starting with people's 33, you could identify that photograph for the jury.
That is the deceased Timothy Ferguson lying on the floor of the bottom level of the basement.
And did that appear to be roughly the same condition in which you observed Timothy Ferguson when you were at the residence on July 6th of this year?
Yes.
And he's fully clothed in that picture, is that correct?
That's correct.
What's he actually wearing, for the record?
He's wearing a black sweatshirt and blue jeans.
And again, that you had occasion to observe Timothy roughly in that condition when you were present, is that correct?
That's correct.
People's Exhibit 34.
This is a photograph of the deceased Timothy Ferguson lying on the floor with his sweatshirt pulled up, exposing his chest area.
And people's 35.
This is a photograph of the deceased Timothy Ferguson, his back with his sweatshirt pulled up, exposing his spine and shoulder blades.
And all three of these.
You could tell that he's holding back, that he does not want to see these pictures again. I could hear the crackle in his voice. I feel so bad for him because they're not easy to see.
Photos were taken while he was on the floor of the basement area of that home, is that correct?
Correct, at the scene of the incident.
We'll just take a moment and let the jury have an opportunity to review those photographs.
Y'all, I know as soon as I move it, it's gonna be ready. Let me see. Oh, see, I told you. I told you. All right. Now I probably moved it back too far. Nope, nope. All right, we're good, we're good, we're good.
Lieutenant, just have a couple of other quick clarification questions. And for the record, the text messages that you have just read are the portion that you have just read is contained in this binder, People's Exhibit number 36. Is that your understanding?
Yes.
And this represented excerpts of text messages, again, that you and Detective Ahm read between the defendant and Paul Ferguson from February to roughly the day that Timothy was found deceased. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Now there's a second binder. This is People's Exhibit number 37, much larger binder containing more pages here. This contains, what is your understanding that this contains, that we have gone through?
Further text messages between the defendant and her son, Paul Ferguson, regarding Timothy.
And that is People's Exhibit number 37 for clarification's sake, and we're not reading that entire portion. That's substantially larger, but these are just text messages between Paul Ferguson and Shanda Vander Ark regarding Timothy Ferguson. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Thank you. I have no further
I told you there were so many text messages.
questions.
All right, thank you, Mr. Roberts. Mr. Johnson, any cross-examination?
Thank you.
Uh-oh, here comes this Mr. Spicy. Mr. Spicy. Oh my God. Ugh. I'm old now.
Be right with you, Lieutenant. Good afternoon.
Hello.
A couple questions. Way back when you started your testimony this morning, you were shown a number of photographs, and I have photograph number 15. May I approach, Your Honor? Okay. And you described that as a photograph of the interior of the pantry. Is that correct?
Correct.
And there weren't any locks on that particular door, were there?
Not that I observed.
And there's foodstuffs on that in the pantry as well, correct?
Yes.
For the record, what sorts of foods do you see there? Cereals?
Yep. Crackers, soup, cereal, some salad dressing, bread, maybe some Chex Mix, ramen noodles.
Absolutely. Look, his defense is, well, there wasn't a lock on the one pantry. No, but there was a camera in the kitchen and she was watching and said, don't let him touch that.
Large variety of options.
Thank you. Secondly, and I just want to talk to you about that alarm that you came back and it wasn't there on the door. You know the one I'm talking about?
On the small room door, yes.
Yes, on the small room door, there's an alarm, and when you folks came back, was it for the first, when you came back for the first search warrant or the second one? It wasn't there.
It was missing when we arrived for the second search warrant.
Okay, so the first search warrant is there, second one it is not, is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay, and in between those two times, all the police officers left the home, and there were just the residents of that home remaining, is that correct?
After our execution of the first search
Hey, everybody. Hi, Coco.
warrant, all the police officers left the home.
Okay, look, and we know this because we've lived with this thing, but let's make sure we're clear. You're in the home, the officers are in the home, correct?
Yes.
The area in question, the basement area, is secured by another police officer, correct?
Yes.
And while you're still there, a search warrant is received, correct? You're given permission to search the home?
Yes, while we were there, we obtained a search warrant.
So there was no time in between your initial arrival and the first search warrant, when the police weren't in that home?
Correct.
Okay, so then after the first search warrant, you departed the home, correct? And then the second search warrant, you came back.
That's correct.
Okay, now, and in between the first and second one, there were no police officers there.
That's correct.
When were the cameras seized?
The cameras were seized?
The video cameras. If they were.
I believe they were seized on the second search warrant.
Okay, and let me make sure I'm correct. When I say seized, I mean taken by the police.
Yeah, pursuant to the search warrant.
And were there any of the cameras, from your recollection of the scene and the evidence, were any of the video cameras removed and unavailable for that second search warrant? As far as you know.
As far as I know, there were cameras that remained. Can't say if any were taken because I wouldn't know if they were gone.
Okay. But you notice this one was gone. The one in the bedroom, the alarm was gone.
The alarm, yes, the alarm was gone.
Okay. You noticed the alarm was gone, correct?
Yes.
But you didn't notice if any of the other cameras were gone. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Okay. And were there pictures taken before you left the first time and before you left the house the first time and then came back the second time? Were there photographs taken?
There were photographs taken on both search warrants, yes.
Okay. So when you compared the two photographs, were any of the video cameras missing from the first search warrant to the second one?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. So the only one missing is the alarm, as far as you know.
Yes.
Okay, and we're talking about an alarm, correct? An alarm, door opens, alarm goes off.
Correct.
How would you term that type of device? An alarm?
Just a door alarm?
A door alarm.
Entry
fine.
alarm?
We'll use door alarm because I may. Okay, so a door alarm was taken, was missing.
Correct.
As far as you know, did that alarm, that door alarm, have any video capability?
Not that I have no idea.
Okay, you have no idea. And you didn't see it in the photographs you have, you don't see a hole for a camera, correct?
I didn't suspect it of being able to take video.
Okay. And during the course between the first and second visits by the police, there were 2 adults in that house, is that correct?
I don't know who was in the home while we were not there.
Okay, all right. So there could have been even other people in there, correct? As far as you know.
As far as I know, yes.
I don't have any further questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Johnson. Any redirect?
Lieutenant, Mr. Johnson was asking you about the photos of the pantry, and it did not appear that there was an alarm on the pantry. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And there was food inside the pantry, correct?
That's correct.
I'm going to ask you to reread the section of. Oh, you have the.
Yep, still have both.
Page for you. Excellent. Turn to page 5093.
5093?
Yes. It's from May 26th of 2022.
Okay.
All right, and then starting with that second text, if you could read that portion for the jury again.
This is from the defendant to Paul Ferguson. Almost freaking caught him. I want all food in the fridge, freezer, or pantry, and those locked.
And then what's Paul's response to that?
It is. He just pulled the pantry door lock.
And the response to that is?
What do you mean he just pulled it? Did he take it off?
And Paul's response?
Yes, the part that attaches to the wall is dangling right now due to sticky loss.
And finally her response?
Okay, get another one on it right away. Last I saw, they were on the floor in a bag in my room.
So at least in that text exchange, Ms. Vander Ark is referring, and Paul is referring to the fact that Timothy has ripped the alarms off of the pantry door, correct?
That's my...
Yes, you guys, I'm feeling a little bit better. Thank you. I had food poisoning all weekend and it was awful, but I'm feeling a little bit better. I actually, right before the live started feeling really bad again, but now I'm feeling a little bit better. So this is, I want to say it's almost over, maybe 20 minutes-ish. I'm not sure. There's not too much left.
My understanding.
But her insistence was that all the food in the pantry, the freezer, and the fridge be locked away.
Yes.
And that was in April of 2022.
That's correct.
Mr. Johnson was also
And not you having to work at work. How dare you?
So asking you about the alarm being removed from the door lock and whether or not any cameras were seized. You did seize a number of cameras from that residence, is that correct?
That's correct.
Did you attempt to obtain any footage from those cameras, either yourself or other detectives associated with the case?
Yes.
And with the exception of a memory card in one of those, were you able to retrieve any of the footage from those cameras?
No.
Can you explain to the jury why not?
Many of those cameras did not have their own storage capabilities. They utilized a cloud service to view. You could view it on your phone through a camera app. And there were no way that we could recover any of those video files without access to the cloud services, which we didn't know.
But again, none of the cameras, I believe there might have been one camera that had some internal storage. The rest of the cameras did not have any internal type of storage device on them that you could have pulled a memory card, a flash drive, or anything like that and viewed the footage. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And again, some of those cameras at least may have been left for Ms. Vander Ark or anybody else that was inside the residence after the execution of the first search warrant.
That's correct.
No further questions for this witness?
Any additional questions?
If I may, based on okay.
You may.
Lieutenant, you just read an excerpt from the email from my client to her son Paul, correct?
Text messages, yes.
Okay, thank you. Text messages. And those were in April, correct?
Correct, April.
And based on what I'm hearing from your testimony, it sounds like my client is instructing Paul to put another lock on that door. Is that pantry door?
That's my understanding of the messages, yes.
When did the new lock go on?
I cannot say.
Yeah. Was there a lock on there when the police got there?
I did not observe a lock.
So we don't know if a new lock was ever put on, do we?
I do not know that.
Thank you.
I had to say it, Gil. You can't be mentioning islands these days.
But you do know from the text message where Ms. Vander Ark told Paul that extra locks were, right?
Yes.
In her bedroom?
Yeah, apparently she had extra locks available in a bag on the floor of her bedroom.
Thank you. Nothing further.
Mr. Johnson?
Nothing further.
I believe we do have some jury questions for this witness. Mr. Weaver, can you retrieve?
I love that this trial allows jury questions with each witness, not just at the end of the trial. I love that.
Those?
Are we going to review those with you?
Yeah, we're going to go over to as soon as we get up here.
And this judge is really quiet, but I love this judge because it's all about the ending. He's sitting, he's listening, he's paying attention, he's being fair, he's not being an ass. He's cool, calm, collected, and it's all about the ending. And y'all will see. Yeah, he does. I agree, Cold. I totally agree. It would make things so much easier, and I feel like it would make the jury, like the deliberation process, go a little bit quicker. Not in the sense of like rushing it, but just in the sense of like being able to discuss things because you have a more clear understanding of everything as it goes along, and you're not like sitting there, wondering, well, I didn't understand that, and I didn't understand that, and yeah. Yeah, hit that like, share, and subscribe button. Oh, there she is again. Yeah. Tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomatoes. Straight to the face. Tomatoes to the face.
All right, Detective Hooksma, the first question says cameras, question mark. Where is the screen to see what happens on said cameras? If you know.
As far as I'm aware, the cameras, they didn't have screens available to them. It was, like I said before, they were all, a lot of them were webcams that you could view live time from your personal device via the tablet, cell phone. So it would be, if you had access to the cloud services, you could view the cameras.
Okay. Second question, how many zip ties are missing from the bag?
Ooh.
That's a very good question, which...
That's a really good question, but that doesn't mean that's not a new bag. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could have been like the 17th bag.
I wish I could provide you with an answer with. I unfortunately never counted the zip ties in the bag.
Okay, third question, how long does the ice maker take to make the ice?
I don't know the answer to that question.
Who had the keys to the shackles?
One of the photographs we showed that had keys on it, there were handcuff keys on that key ring. So that did include some of the handcuff keys. I don't know if there were any other keys throughout the home, but those are the ones I found.
Okay. There were two additional questions. One had already been asked, and the additional one.
Did he not answer that question correctly? Didn't he ask who the keys belonged to, not what kind of keys were on the key ring? Or am I wrong? Did I hear that wrong? I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. That might have just been the set for the house. Let's throw me off topic, but we had a school queuing here today in our neighborhood column. You know what? I think I saw that earlier. There's been so much going on today. I've got 2 pressers that I've got to get out. I saw that. If that's what you're talking about, I think I saw it. I wanted to do something on that. Who had the keys was the question. Yeah. Yeah. It was who had the keys, not what was on the keys. Yeah, who had the keys to the shackles, not what was on. Yeah. So I don't think he answered that question correctly, but okay. Continuing.
It was determined by the court to ask for speculation by this particular witness. So the court will not ask those 2. Mr. Roberts, any follow-up questions to those questions?
Just briefly, Your Honor, and I guess I'll start with the key question. You said that the keys that you discovered that we have a photograph of does contain a handcuff key, is that correct?
Correct.
And those were located inside the residence?
That's correct.
Were they located on any particular person or just in the residence?
When I photographed them, I believe they were on top of the chest freezer. So I did not locate them on anybody. When I photographed them, they were just on the freezer.
Okay. Now, if you could turn in your exhibit to page 4227, briefly reread a section.
So you see how he tried to re-ask the question?
For the jury, it might clarify some of the question about the zip ties. Okay, if you could start with, I think you could start with the second text messages, probably. The first one from the defendant.
So how has he been disobedient?
Yeah, and then if you just read through to the break on those sections.
He just won't listen or does something. I didn't tell him he could. He just tried, claiming his zip cuffs were too tight when I couldn't even tighten them to where there's no room for his wrists. Leave them as they are, and I will check them when I get home, and you can tell him that. And if he lied about it, or lied about that, he gets himself in even more trouble. And then Paul, okay, and I already checked because I knew they were tightened. If they were tightened, it was his doing. The defendant, you know what? We will start cutting off the ends once they are tight, and so we can't do that. Defendant, he can't do that. Siri. And Paul Ferguson, okay.
And this text exchange takes place when?
On March the 4th in the evening.
So this is 4 months prior to Timothy's death?
That's correct.
Thank you further.
Mr. Johnson, any follow-up questions on this? your
Thank
question.
you. Lieutenant, you mentioned that you found the
And I love that the judge asks questions. I love this court. Sad trial, but I love this court. Where are they at? They're in Michigan.
a key ring with a handcuff key attached to it. Is that correct?
I didn't find them. I photographed them, but they were found, yes.
Okay. I'm confused. I heard these devices described as
Wait.
leg cuffs, and are they?
My bad. I thought the judge was asking questions. Maybe not. Not yet. But the judge does ask questions, like with every witness and stuff like that. He has.
Leg cuffs or handcuffs? How would you describe it?
I would refer to them as leg shackles.
Leg shackles.
A larger diameter designed to go around somebody's ankles with a longer chain so that they can walk, shuffling walk.
Would a handcuff key that you found on the key ring operate leg shackles?
Yes.
Okay.
As far as I'm aware, they all use the same type of handcuff key that all we use as the police officers.
Are the keys differentiated? In other words, like my house key is different from my neighbor's house key, or will one key fit all?
One handcuff key would fit all. They're all the same. That way officers can unlock other officers' handcuffs. They're not specific to a certain pair of cuffs.
Okay. But you found them they were found on the a countertop and not on a person. Is that correct?
When I photographed them, I believe they were on the top of the chest freezer.
Okay. Did you seize those keys? Did you see the keys and the key ring? Was those seized as evidence?
They were not.
All right. Thank you.
Any follow-up, Mr. Roberts? May this witness be excused, Mr. Roberts? Or
he's my investigating
standing,
officer.
stand down but not excused? Okay. All right. Thank you, Detective. Mr. Roberts, you can call your next witness.
The next witness is Paul Gabriel. He should be, I believe, or perhaps Paul Ferguson. I apologize.
Oh, I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. So, you guys got anything to say about that? I thought the judge asked him questions too, but I guess not in this one. But next week, so the next time you're going to see me should be on Sunday, and I want to do the double feature on Anna Kepner and also on the Celeste David case. I want to do both of those updates since yesterday. Aw, thank you, Kel. You're so sweet. You'll make me blush. Since I had to reschedule yesterday, I'm so sorry about that. But, yeah, next week, Monday, we will be starting Shanda on the stand. So prepare to get even madder than you were today, because we're going to have to listen to her for quite some time. And let me see. I'm going to be getting those press conferences out soon. I'm pretty tired right now, but I think Simi was talking about a hot sauce video earlier. But if you guys want to see any of the other coverage that I've done on this trial in the previous weeks, you guys can go back. We went over the opening statements, and we've gone over Paul testifying against Shanda. And at the very beginning, we went over basically kind of like what the story was. So if you guys want to go back and look at that, you can. And that's about all I have for you guys today. Thanks for sticking it out, 2 hours and 23 minutes. But yeah, toodaloos. And don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you.
So long for now and goodbye. We'll see you